Robert.
I'm Vanessa.
I'm Chance.
And we are late to the party with Chance Ellison once again, back for the second title match in Title Week. This one has Vanessa completely tied up in knots.
I am. Oh my god, this is just like a moment in the Schmoedown that it could go either way. But I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing who Brienne is playing with, and two, hoping that the Shirewolves will take the belt. So yes, hashtag who you got. I got the Shirewolves, obviously, because I'm wearing the shirt.
Now this one is definitely rough for me because I don't know who Brienne has. We already know that Brienne is a hell of a competitor, and if she is with somebody that could complement her abilities, then they could be completely unstoppable. But at the same time, because I don't know who she's playing with, it doesn't give me that good of a base to be able to pick. So I'm going with the Shirewolves because I have seen what they can do, tried and true, especially at the live event, which we will be at the next one with Chance Ellison. And Chance, who do you have for this?
So Brienne's partner as a whole is a big question mark. We don't know who he is. We don't know what they have. But even if her partner ends up being amazing, I don't think it's going to be enough, because a big key to competing in teams is team chemistry. You got to be able to pick up on what your partner's throwing down.
Right.
And I think the Shirewolves have amazing chemistry. They have some of the best chemistry of any team in the Schmoedown. They are a dominant force, and I think no matter who Brienne's partner is, it's not going to matter. They're going to take it.
I also think too, because their faction, the Fife Club, have been really supportive with Emma and Draco coming together and studying. They go and they actually study with each other, as we've seen in the past. So I think they're ready. They're ready for this championship, and they've been longing it forever. I mean, Rachel and Clark, respectively, and Draco all three of them have been so close. So there. So hopefully this can push them over the rainbow.
Yeah. Well, with that though, hopefully they don't fall to the curse of the stable. We get to see the Shirewolves get the W and not fall or falter just below the finish line. So we are going to watch the battle between the Shirewolves and Sick in the Head now. What's Clark doing?
Hello! My name is Mark Ellison, alongside afternoon podcaster and sports card pack enthusiast Ken Knapsack. What a match we have today for a belt.
I'll tell you, you can feel it here today, Mark. This is a big game feel. This is a title match. All things are on the line, and for the first time ever, history will be made. At the end of this match, we will have our first champion, who happens to be a female.
Exciting stuff here. Belts are on the line here, Ken. And what an interesting road we have taken this entire year in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, but particularly with this event. Now we have the Shirewolves. They come in here as the favorite. They're 3-0. They have one knockout. They came together at the beginning of this year. You have Clark Wolf, who was the Rookie of the Year in 2016. Rachel Cushing, Rookie of the Year in 2017. She had a teammate on a team called the Nerds Watch. She ditched that loser. She picks up a Clark Wolf, and now all of a sudden they go on a run that could lead to the belt that they so desperately crave here today. But what an interesting opposition they have facing them.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a mystery team. A mystery in the sense that one of the partners has not yet been revealed.
We don't know.
Miss Movies won the free-for-all, one of the best moments in Schmoedown history. I don't even know if she fully comprehended it at the time, but she's definitely thought about it now.
So
with that free-for-all came the ability to claim a title shot, and that is what she's done. After many people, I will admit, myself included, offered her money, cars, speedboats, all the things that were popular in the 80s. Her for this title shot,
Neon
for the right
jackets,
to take, she held on
blazers.
to it. And at the end of the day,
Signed
I
picture of Tom
respect that
Selleck.
because she's got herself here. a history-making championship opportunity.
But who is the partner here? We have no idea. It could be you, it could be Baby Carrots, it could be a Kalinowski, it could be the commissioner.
That'd be funny if she chose
Ken. To go against the mighty Shirewolves.
To go up against.
That's about to be answered. We have no idea who is backstage, and the reason why we have this belt on the line is because originally we were going to have Shirewolves play the above the line, but then we had Drew McWeeny. He's still writing movie reviews. Sam Levine is retired playing shuffleboard in Boca. They vacated the belt, so now that belt is on the line here today. What a number of exciting things happening. It all coalesces with this very
yeah. I still sometimes can't comprehend what Sam did, but I respect it. Walking away at the top, nothing else to prove.
He got old.
Look what it's done.
He got tired.
It's given us this wonderful history-making match today, and I'm excited for you, the Schmoedown fans, for what you're about to watch.
I am excited for you. This is not the first time that Clark and Brianne have met in the ring. I believe Clark has a 2-1 record all time, but if that changes here today, a belt is going to be on Brianne, and whoever her mystery opponent may be. There was a lot of jabbering in the pregame talk. Let's take a look.
So Brianne stepped in kind of out of nowhere in that last match that Clark and Rachel played and announced that she was going to play the Shirewolves for the belt with an unknown partner. I say, bring it on. Throw anybody you want at these ladies. They will destroy them.
There was this event called the Free-for-All. I wasn't originally going to do it, but then my schedule changed and I was like, hey, why not? You know, it's pretty low pressure. And I like low pressure because I like to hang a lot of anxiety on myself. So I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. And then I just kind of won it.
I've been playing this game for a long time. I've seen a lot of competitors come into this league and seen a lot of amazing competitors who have been in this league prior. And I've played a lot of them. And I really think, like, we've accomplished a lot. We've done a lot. We've come a long way. We're better players. We've seen ourselves evolve. We've seen the game evolve. And now I think the one thing that's left to check off is it's time for a title.
I have not revealed who my mystery partner is yet because I just decided, you know what? Let's keep everyone guessing. I needed to also figure out who I wanted to have as my partner.
Dale the Dude.
And so I did a lot of research. I thought a lot about this show and some of the history that I have in this show and thought who could be good alongside me for this.
Humberto Gonzalez.
And I think you might be a little surprised. I don't know. I definitely went with someone that I have history with.
Oh, better
Look,
be
the
Mike.
Fife Club respects Brianne Chandler.
I'll be so
what
pissed
she
if
did in the
Mike.
free-for-all. We respect
That would suck for you
whoever
if
her
it's
partner
Mike.
is, new, old, friendly face.
If it is
we don't
Mike,
know.
if
Doesn't
it is
matter,
Mike,
though.
my friend,
That's
buddy,
the point.
travels all the
It
way.
matters that we have,
That means
as
you
Clark
get,
said, scraped our
what's
way,
his name from the Kingsman?
fought hard, worked our way to
Devon?
these title
Depends
shots.
on
We've
who
been here
wins, though.
before. We're vets at title shots at this point. So
Right.
this is it. This is the one. And that's just it.
We're ready.
And lastly, I'm going to express myself the only way that I know how to, which is through song.
Oh, no.
You all looked through me, and who could blame you? I need a new me and some positive proof that I'm not just a fluke.
And after today, she could be champion.
After today, I'll be fine.
Let's hope there isn't any KO tampering.
A team belt might be mine.
I'm gonna
I've got less
sit
than
on
an
my
hour,
bus.
and when this is settled, I'll either be champion.
Or you'll go mental. Just think of the time you've been losing, waiting until you could play.
Gonna be on a team battle, Rachel and Clark gonna party from now till the studio's dark. Things will be going my way after today. I wish that this
I
was
feel like
the
they could have done a whole
day
thing at Collider Video with
after
everybody.
I know.
Walking.
Like, just sing Stand Out. Sing Eye to Eye.
You see that?
Sing
And
a
those are
unknown
two
song for
confident
the movie.
bunches, and yet I was maybe
Who's haunting
hoping
me?
we'd get a reveal as to who her opponent is. No such luck. That is apparently going to be safe for the intro, or hell, maybe round 4. I don't know when we're going to meet
Could have
this new
saved it just
mystery
for the
team.
intro and
I'll
like
tell you what, I
from the
like that
opening door
strategy.
all
I
the way
respect
in.
it from Miss
And
Mooney's
have
holding
different
on to
people
the
sing it, and
advantage
then
she
she walks
has
through the
until
curtain.
game time.
I really hope
I
she
respect
just
that
comes
a
in
lot.
with the
That's
power
right,
line.
Clark's 4th attempt
There you go,
at
yeah.
a belt.
Or Goofy with his fishing gear.
She better come and dress in a Goofy movie or else it's a waste.
Who knows if they even own a belt? Ken, let's go to the tail of the tape. What are the opponents that we know are showing up against each other good at?
Well, I'll start with the Shirewolves. We know Rachel is such a strong competitor in Inner Geekdom, so she brings a lot of that.
Gotta
But don't
say,
forget,
that took a lot of courage,
as
for both
I
of
know
them
firsthand when
with
I
that
was
duet, 'cause
her
I-
teammate.
Oh, you were the guy?
I wouldn't be able to do it.
I am so sorry.
I like to consider him very misunderstood. A lot of people think he's grouchy.
Unless I
He's
sing
just
like
not.
Whitey.
But here's the
From,
thing.
Eight Crazy
her
Nights.
strengths also include direct costumes, new releases. She is a movie buff, and here for a reason.
Eight
Also,
Crazy
strengths
Nights.
include horror thriller. We know that's the specialty of Clark Wolf. And I talked to Rachel before the match and said, "What else are you studying
for
on?"
war.
She said,
Yeah.
war movies. She says, "I'm going to war." I may have added the last part because it sounded cool, but war movies is listed there. On the other side, Miss
I think
Movies,
World War
we
II is
don't
my
know
favorite
what her partner
Standing in
will
line
do
at
in this,
Disneyland?
match, but we do know her strengths include, well, wonderful.
Definitely my
movies,
strength after this
and
summer.
that I actually think that is something that helps you in the match. If you can intimidate your or kind of get that awe-inspired feel from your partner, that's a leg up. Her strengths include dance, musicals, new releases as well, and she also said puking before matches, which I think shows a sign of concentration because she is getting all
Flushing
the bad
out
mojo out,
your
and she's
negative
here.
feelings.
That's why I don't
feel
eat
bad because I
before.
saw her eating wood ranch not an hour ago.
Mostly because I'm afraid to
That
have
was
to
actually me. That was me. That was
Ken,
me.
I get
Yeah.
you.
poop halfway through.
All the
I
time.
think you just get it and set it. Okay.
I was trying to come
My
up with something
armpits are
clever.
ready,
Not
so
that
it's time
clever.
to Schmoedown.
Good, you get to stay silent.
I could have.
Here to introduce the team members and opponents.
Bring
of this
leaky
one
cauldron
we
to the
heard
table.
about.
Yep, that's the thing you just said.
Podcaster Ken Nash.
Here we go. Introducing first. She is
Miss
the
Congeniality.
2018
Okay, this is cool too.
free-for-all winner.
Is she gonna come out though as
Movie.
Miss Ryan.
Brienne Chandler.
looks like
Wendy.
Wendy.
Oh, she's just one of the.
Miss United States?
Wendy.
Oh, there's she is.
It appears that she's
No, that's Wendy.
This is a Miss Congeniality entrance. I love it.
Hey, careful. They have thorns. They have thorns. Be careful.
Look at that shot. That was good.
I do look.
That was good.
appears to be okay. That's good. We don't know what happened to the travel. You know that Brienne is now seated in her position.
Where's our partner? Is it Wendy?
Take those out
think
later
so.
and act like I bought them myself.
If it was, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It's what's going on. All right. I have, this was handed to me during that explosion. I do have the information, and it's time to introduce
Here we go.
Brienne's mystery partner.
I haven't been this on Edge of the Wild.
He
Very kind of
is a New York Times
Who's that?
best-selling author.
Is that Gene,
Former winner of
Jim
Beat
Rash?
the Geeks
Dean?
and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? From the Adam Carolla Show, Ryan Bishop.
What the hell?
He looks like Dean.
He doesn't look like the other community.
It looks like Moby
Look at that.
more to me.
Same person.
That is a surprise.
Hey, where is this
I think
guy?
this is out of left field. I had sources.
This is
I
clever
had
though
sources
because
say
you
that
just bring in a ringer, you bring in
Monday,
somebody
I had
who's
sources
really
say
good
that
at
there were
it.
Some other outside sources coming.
She may have
RB3
just
was the
sealed the
candidate in
game
my
for
book.
herself.
Possible.
This
See what he can do.
is a surprise, and wow.
Or the chair may take him out first. Those chairs are
No,
terrible.
these chairs are.
I don't know. We saw Brad Rutter and Mr. Jeopardy crumble under the Schmoedown
Before
lights.
we introduce the competitors
Yeah.
you're going up against, Sick in the Head is the team
Yeah.
name. Is there any logic behind that?
Well, I suggested to my good friend Brienne, who I've known for years, that we be the bald and the beautiful.
Yeah?
And she
Beauty and
said,
the Bald?
look, she said, well, I'm not comfortable with being called beautiful. And I said, you think you're the beautiful one?
Yeah.
The joke, of course, that's a joke, of course. But we went with Sick in the Head. I don't want to speak for Brienne, but we both dealt with some health issues in the past, and she's been a very good friend for me over the years, so I'm here to support.
All right, well,
kick some ass.
Yeah, look at that. Ball to the beautiful, while
Strength in
solidly
numbers.
accurate, not the choice. Sick in the head. They have overcome some stuff in their lives, and now they're here possibly with a chance to maybe cast another crown aside and win 2 belts. Who are they going up against?
What an emotional undercurrent. And there
Should have come out to the kick in the head
with
song,
a record.
but then like VO.
Zero
And
defeat
just sick.
and 1
Sick.
KO.
Rockefeller once said, "Ain't that a sick in the head?"
Accompanied to the arena by the Golden Mike.
Careful, yeah, you're gonna get blocked.
I come from the land of the
Rachel.
And there you go. Get copyrighted.
Yeah, they're zero tolerance when it comes to this dance song.
Yeah, let them really. They're really big when you see the songs.
Like the immigrant song was fine for like a month or two.
Look at that.
Okay, I get it. Yes, that score is high. Oh, the score. That score is high.
Yeah, I knew Rachel was gonna be hella.
Yeah.
Oh, please let Clark be the grand now.
Dang girl! Dang.
What an entrance.
I would have wanted a grand match, but this is cool too.
That is the Thorn of Mueller. It's the Thorn of Mueller she's got in her hand. Sure. Yeah, I think mine was accurate. Look at it.
Competitors.
Yes?
We're ready.
Yes.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Here we go. 5 rounds to a finish.
Ken, why don't you have the honor and ask the first question in round number.
I do declare you're a gentleman to the end, sir. First question comes in the category of action/adventure. Michelle Rodriguez appears as Letty in how many films in the Fast and Furious franchise? I once got my Camry up to 43 miles an hour.
Okay, I challenge this if this is
The all-time record for a Toyota Camry. I believe very impressive. We go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please place your markers down.
Damn, I had
with
5 and I
Parker
erased
Ryan.
it.
8.
That is incorrect. Brianne, did you have it?
I put 6.
That is also incorrect.
I can argue 6 though. She's in a
5
picture.
is the
Damn, I
correct
should have
answer.
kept 5.
She's in a picture in Fast Five.
So close.
So I guess, okay, I guess I'll
Really
check.
just guess the numbers at that point. It's been like 18 of those movies. We move on
Gosh, she
to
wasn't in the four.
the 1990s. And your question from that lovely decade.
Shouldn't have
that saw
erased it.
the
Should've
blossoming of
stuck
Ken
with first.
Knapsack. Who plays the angry school bus driver in Billy Madison?
That actually happened in 2004.
Just giving you some
like
credit
this
there,
movie.
buddy.
What?
I don't like Adam Sandler.
And
Friendship
we go to
canceled.
5, 4,
I knew I was right, Kelvin.
Good, grand, wonderful.
1.
Chris Farley?
Hands down, Brand. We're going to start
Me and
with you.
her.
I put Chris
got
Farley.
It is
on.
indeed.
Woo-wee.
The legend Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
Rachel had it as well, did Brian.
No yelling on the bus, Chris Farley.
And Clark Wolf.
Chris Farley.
All right, take the lead.
3-2, Shirewolves. What a legend. And now Rachel, all of a sudden the only competitor left that could have a perfect round. If she does that, Ken, we have a bonus question just for Helen.
Go Rach.
Third question comes in the category of dramas. What actor stars alongside Tilda Swinton as a depressed vampire musician in 2013's Only Lovers Left Alive?
Oh, okay.
See, I had you for the 90s because I knew you were a big Liz Fair fan. I thought maybe
So precious.
Because you said that.
She's
I'm gonna
releasing an
yeah.
album next year.
5,
I actually really like this
4,
movie.
3, 2,
Tom
and
Hiddleston.
1.
Hiddleston.
Pens down. We start with
I
Rachel.
put Tom Middleston.
Oh,
God,
is
Hiddleston.
correct.
It doesn't count because I only
you combine middle ditch and Hiddleston.
Gregor?
yeah,
Spark hat.
I only did it
He's
because she
adopted.
said my boy, so I would not have known that.
Her adopted
And
brother
Brianne,
Loki.
Kate Blanchett.
All right.
Why not?
And now Shirewolves all of a sudden pouncing
like it
onto
was,
a
now that I think about it.
3-point lead. And we go to your fourth question in round 1. This is in the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by computer or by hand. Your question is, what 2006 animated film features the voice talents of Elijah Wood, Brittany Murphy, Hugh Jackman, and Robin Williams? See the documentary on it.
Yeah, you know he actually had.
What year did they say? Oh,
Burn.
2006. This came
I
out
think
2006.
Tapacuga has
So does
that.
Hal Rudnick.
5,
I was like,
4,
Why you guys
Like
paper
2000.
towels to wipe your things?
2. Where's the bottom here?
They're all over the floor.
1. Pens down. Brian, you are up first.
I guessed Fantastic Mr. Fox.
It is
Correct.
not, and I will remind Brian that you have to write down the full title and name or we cannot accept it. Clark,
I got nothing.
At your feet.
Clark, I will remind you have to write down the full title or we
At your
cannot accept
feet.
it. Brienne.
Happy Feet?
It was
Thank you.
Happy Feet. Happy Feet. Rachel.
No, Rachel, you missed.
All right. Brienne.
What did she get?
She has 2 kids.
She did Robots with Ewan
Kids
McGregor.
paid off there with her
Robin
knowledge
Williams,
of
I
Happy
believe.
Feet.
I know this place like the
Fantasy
back of my
sci-fi.
hand. Look at
All
that.
right.
That's
the
new.
fifth question comes in the category of fantasy sci-fi.
Yeah, I just kicked it over to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, fantasy sci-fi. In Signs, what do Morgan and Bo wear to keep the aliens from reading their minds?
That movie
Oh.
scared me so much. I was afraid to walk to my car because it was evening when I got out of the
Aliens are talking to me right now.
4,
I did have a
3,
thought when I was
2,
after I saw that movie of like
Pens down.
a little bit of
Tinfoil hats.
Correct.
little bit of
Tinfoil hat.
scaredness
Correct.
when I did walk to my car at night.
Correct.
Usually happens with alien movies. Same thing
The only
happened
thing
with
about that movie that
Here,
scared me was
in the
like
movie
that
trivia
scene where he's
Schmoedown,
like
we
in the
move on to
closet
next
watching the
category,
video and he
which
goes,
is
"Oh,
comedies.
see
What does the laugh
thing."
sound like, Jen?
Those look the weakest alien I've ever seen in a movie. They have 3
Nobody's ever laughed like
weaknesses.
that.
There's water,
In my
wood,
Big
and blunt
Fat
instruments.
Greek Wedding,
Yes.
Tula's father believes that every physical ailment can be healed by using what household product?
I got this one.
I love that.
Oh, I've never actually seen this one.
No,
Do
but
not.
how many
pretty
weddings have you been kicked out of?
Not time. 2 for 11. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Olive oil?
1.
Put some
Pens
Windex
down
on
for
it.
Brienne.
Windex.
That's correct. Rachel.
Windex.
Put olive oil.
I was gonna put olive
I
oil.
broke up with my
everything.
first girlfriend while watching this movie, so I remember Windex.
He does remember Windex. Clark Wolf.
Windex.
All
Okay.
right. Still a 2-point lead here, but a close match.
Put some
Very
Windex
close
on it.
match. Seventh question comes in the category of horror/thriller. Horror/thriller. Who plays Mark Wahlberg's wife in 2008's The Happening?
You can't ask a happening question. You just gotta start laughing.
It's definitely
got
higher
a lot
than
of
The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that was his announcement to the world of movies.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
5,
I don't remember her.
4,
her name.
3, 2,
know.
1.
Zoe Deschanel.
This cushion.
Zoe Deschanel.
damn it?
That's it.
Yes, it is.
I thought
No,
she
it
wasn't
is.
his wife.
No, she wasn't.
Spelling
Is it
is
raining
okay. You got
outside?
the
Then
answer right to
I should
Clark
have
Wolf.
put her
Zoe
name down.
Deschanel.
Yes, she did, and Brienne.
I didn't.
Oh,
I wrote Chloe because I can
got
never
0.
remember
But she's
Zoe
proud of that
Deschanel's
0,
name.
and that's
Yeah.
really
But it
all we ask
sounds
for at
like
the end of the day. It is back
Chloe
to 11
Deschanel.
to
Chloe
8,
Deschanel.
and the Shirewolves clinging to that
I got
lead.
4.
And we move
What'd you
on
get?
to our last category
I didn't
round
miss.
1. It's a Patreon question, and it comes from our old buddy Jake Hammer. Thank
Jake!
you, Jake.
Oh, wait,
The
there's one more.
hammer. Hey, there's a hammer up there.
Oh,
and there's
there
a
is.
hammer in
There
our
is
hearts.
more.
Yeah, I'm like,
Jake,
that's not
it.
supporting the
Name.
show. You guys can check out the movie trivia.
Vanessa
Schmoedown
gives up so
Patreon
early
at
now.
any time. Select the materials right for
Okay.
you. Maybe one day we
Jake.
say your name. Jake Hammer wanted to pick directors for his last category in round 1. Your question in the world of directors is, what biopic served as George Clooney's feature film directorial debut?
God damn it.
This was one of our
Correct me,
questions.
you know what I mean?
Oh, Ken.
Other way around.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I can't remember the name
I
of
do
the
agree.
movie.
he's very attractive.
Ours was who plays him.
I don't know if this is first.
Repeat the question.
I certainly can. That
One
is
for
one.
sticking
What's the
ahead.
name of the movie?
What
I know
biopic
this is very
served
gracious.
as
Is it
George
Good Night and Good
Clooney's
Luck?
feature film
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
There
good.
it is.
debut?
I can remember the name of it.
5,
Man, way to come out swinging, George
3,
Clooney.
2, 1. Pens down. We go to Mr. Bryant.
Is it Confessions of a Dangerous Mind?
It is.
What?
Did
It
Clark
is.
Wolf have it?
Confessions of a Dangerous
Damn.
Mind.
It
Does
is.
Brienne?
Yeah.
I did not have it. I have
I'm like, I knew Good Luck, Good Night and Good Luck didn't sound right.
Not a bad guess.
And
Confessions
Rachel
of a Dangerous
Cushing
Mind.
had it as well. So putting a little bit of
He did direct
space
it,
between
that
them
was
right
right.
there at the end. So 13-9, Shirewolves over sick in the
Oh,
head,
yeah,
but sick in the
Confessions
head
of a
in the
Dangerous Mind
game. This
has,
is teammates
Sam
learning their
Sam
chemistry. Ken,
Rockwell
that's
in
really
it.
going to be tested in round number 2 for the duration of round number 2. With your... You can talk to your opponents too if you want to. I just wouldn't trust their answer. Yes. Thor is right. You can consult with your teammate, probably not the other way
We read it psycho.
around. So now that we have all that squared away,
Sam
the
Shepard,
Shirewolves and Chick in the Head both are going to
Sam
get to
Smith?
spin a wheel, Ken, that has Patreon categories on it.
Isn't he a
The wheel for
musician?
today's match is sponsored
Robert
by our
Altman?
Schmoedown patron, Jake Burnham.
Robert
Thank
Gale.
you, Jake Burnham, for supporting the Patreon. The sponsored wheel slices for today's match are musicals
Jake
and
Burnham.
dance. So thank you, Jake Burnham. Musicals and
I just want
dance.
someone to win.
I will actually point out that these matches were selected ahead of time, and the wheel slices for the Patreon do not run through our lovely Patreon runner. That would be Brianne Chandler, but these wedges did not come from Brianne. So, with all that out of the way, Shirewolves have the lead. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to your opponent's sick in the head?
We will defer.
They're going to defer, so who's sick in the head?
Good choice. That's what I would do.
Brianne, more the seasoned veteran, going to step up here.
I like how it covers.
Show Brian
I guess it
how
really
it's done.
depends on where your points lie.
There's nothing in the category I'm really that scared of. So
That's
probably
how you spin a wheel. Good spin. It was a good presentation. She landed the dismount. I give that spin 9.8 out of 10 at the Olympics.
Maybe dance.
And I'm a French judge, so I'm really hard.
I'm a Russian judge, so I won your election.
We could be looking at dance moves coming off the bat. Look at that!
That's all on you, girl.
But now the
That's all
question
you.
becomes, does she select dance movies, which we know is a favorite of hers, but does Brian know a lot about dance movies?
I'm not gonna help you with that.
Oh man,
Spin away from dance! Spin away from dance!
that could be the
Wow.
dance. Unless it's something that's right down the middle for both of them.
Okay.
I just realized they're just
You
spinning
gotta
a
wonder
point
if
of
Brianne
shows.
wants dance to come back, or if she actually wants...
Well, she knows she knows that would play to her strength, but not necessarily her team's, and I respect that decision.
That's a giving team. It's like when LeBron passes at the
Musicals
end of the game.
instead?
Shouldn't he have done
Director.
it?
Patreon will not be ignored. I guess.
Directors is the one, and I will be administering the questions to Sick in the Head. Ken will be asking the ones to the Shirewolves. So, these are directors in movies. Something about their film, something about the director, and once again, each question is worth a maximum of 2 points. Remember, both teams, stealing is available in round number 2. Your first question for Brian and Brianne, that's fun to say, alliteration, is name the director of We Bought a Zoo.
Cameron Crowe.
I know Matt Damon's in it.
Matt Damon?
Is it Cameron Crowe?
It is.
And
2
Scarlett
points.
Johansson?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the film I broke up with him on.
Brian, having a lot of relationship traps during cinema. Let's see.
This is a purging for me, a real catharsis.
Let's see who we have
through it.
during these
Please be
next
sure.
movies. That would be who directed the Steve Martin films, The Man with Two Brains, The Jerk, and Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Son of a bitch, I forgot. I know multiple choice.
Travis would know this.
Okay, gonna need names.
Multiple choice.
We can do that. Is it A, Harold Ramis, B, Steve Martin, C, Carl Reiner, or D,
Yes,
Frank
Carl
It's
Reiner?
Carl Reiner.
Damn it.
Need an answer here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Harold Ramis.
It is not Harold Ramis for the steal.
It's Carl Reiner.
It is 1 point.
Indeed.
Funny enough, I
They
was
know
like, wait,
something about
who's
directors
the
over
one
there
that's
at the
always with
Shirewolves
Mel
end of
Brooks?
the table as well.
And I couldn't
the next
get to it.
question, and this is for Sick in the Head. Brian De Palma directed the remake of Scarface in the 1980s. What directorial legend co-directed the original 1932 version?
It's,
alongside
Damn it,
Richard
we
Roth?
just talked about this.
It's Howard Hawks.
Yeah, it is Howard Hawks.
Yeah, Howard Hawks.
And we go to 5, 4.
Multiple choice, please.
I can do that. Is it A, Louis
Yeah, B.
Milestone, B, Howard Hawks, C,
Howard Hughes
Ernst Lubitsch,
produced
D,
it.
Right.
Michael Curtis.
Yeah.
Howard Hawks.
And that's how you get there through Howard Hughes.
Just,
Yeah.
just the tale of the Howards.
Yep.
Answer 5,
The only legend is
4.
Hawks.
It is Howard Hawks for 1 point. Maneuvering
Thank you,
your way
the
around the
aviator,
tough
'cause I
question. That's how
double-checked
great
that
teams
Didn't we just
do it.
talk about that
And you guys
too?
have
We
to
talked
do
about it
remember
a lot.
the Hawks
Yeah.
question. Which was the debut feature film of writer-director Jason Reitman?
Juno? No.
Thank you
no.
for
Thank you for
smoking.
smoking.
I think
Yeah,
it's thank
definitely
you for
wasn't Juno.
smoking.
And we go to 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
4.
thank you for smoking.
Thank you for smoking.
Correct for 2 points.
And we are tied
Look at that.
Aaron Eckhart.
with 2 questions
Such a good
left.
movie.
Hanging in there.
In round number 2, your penultimate question in this round. Name the only Alfred Hitchcock film that won Best Picture.
Sabrina.
Rebecca.
2 more
Fuck,
points,
there
and they
you go,
have
man.
That's the name I was trying to come up with
lead
during
of the ball game.
ours.
And Ken, we go to their final
I
question.
said to
And it's
completely
a
Brenda.
director
Yeah, you
near
said
to all of our
Brenda.
hearts. And that question: what was the last film that John Hughes directed?
That he directed. Baby's Day Up. I don't. That's it.
The last movie.
All right,
I
we're
don't
moving the
know.
answer here in 5,
Uncle Buck.
4,
Not Uncle Buck.
3.
Choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Uncle Buck, B, Home Alone, C,
Curly
Curly
Sue.
Sue,
Dennis the
or
Menace.
D,
I don't
Dennis
know.
the
Should I change it
Menace?
from Uncle Buck to Curly Sue? 'Cause
It
I forgot
is
to.
Curly Sue.
Once again,
He didn't do it. Home Alone.
5.
No, it's
No.
Christopher
Don't think he
Columbus.
directed Death Menace either.
Curly Sue?
It was Curly
There
Sue
you go.
for a point.
Look at that.
They had to go to multiple choice sometimes, Ken, but you want to come out of your portion
Shirewolves
of
had a good
two with
round,
the lead.
too,
That is
because
what
that's
Sick in
what
the
you
Head
want
has
to
done.
do. There is pressure now on
Be
the other
deadly.
team.
Yeah,
That is a
this could
technical
this could probably
decision
make or
that
break
could
them
go
right now.
Yeah.
It depends on what they do on the
Interesting
wheel.
walk down
Watch
memory
the dance.
lane. Thor is going to be spinning, and I wouldn't
I
doubt
know,
that
right?
Thor is able to spin the wheel, and that was a
Yeah, this
Asgardian
They did
level.
pretty damn good
swirl.
with
spinning for
directors,
a while
though.
here.
I like that Clark Wolf even made the effort
Only
to
lost
put like, the
one
face
point.
paint on it. This is truly Thor Ragnarok, what we're looking at.
No, not.
Could she have better hair? Horror movies, Ken.
They've done this before,
She's
though.
looking at,
I
at
know.
Rachel.
It's all
This is
you.
the same thing that Brienne went through
Yeah.
when she
They
got
can work
danced.
through
Might be
it.
They could work
They can
there.
work through
You're
it.
gonna take
Yeah.
it. They're going to
It
take
could be one of those
Alright.
like if
Or
Clark
get a string
can't
here, but
think
you know,
of it,
let's-
she can
let's
talk to her
step
teammate
out.
and her teammate like
Okay.
you know.
Worked for Sick in the Head, will work for Shirewolves. Here we go. 6 questions in this round. First one up. Who directed 2002's Cabin Fever?
Eli Roth.
That's correct for 2 points.
There we go.
They're within one.
In American Psycho, Patrick stops Jean before she puts what on his coffee table?
A drink,
Yeah, pretty sure it's like a drink of that kind.
coffee, wine. I don't know. It's a drink of some sort. I just watched this one.
It's the ice cream container.
That is incorrect.
It's like a drink, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Any answer?
We're gonna guess it's water. It's a glass.
Incorrect. Looking for a spoon.
Damn. Still kept them from getting it.
I just watched this movie and I feel like she puts the spoon in the container and then
he puts a coaster
he puts the
underneath
coaster
the
down.
Challenge them to go watch that
Okay,
scene.
would Shirewolves like to use their challenge?
Yeah, let's challenge.
Okay, they're going to challenge here. We're gonna...
I watched it a week ago and I don't remember.
We're back, and after watching 48 minutes of American Psycho, we have a ruling, and according to our sources, Patrick Bateman, the character in the movie, puts down the spoon and the carton containing ice cream at the same moment. Thus, he placed both on the table, so the 2 points are going to go to the original answer, and that would be
There you go.
Clark Wolf.
Because I was way closer to their answer.
Right.
All right.
Which I would have said
We'll
wine
move on to
glass.
our next
I
question.
would have
All
said
right,
glass too.
third question.
A goblet.
In what 2007 horror movie does a young widower return to his hometown to search for answers to his wife's murder, which may be linked to the ghost of a
Dragonfly?
murdered ventriloquist?
What? Dead silence?
Yeah, dead silence.
Dead silence.
Dumb man like me to say.
Okay, multiple choice.
A. Puppet Master. B. Annabelle.
No, Dead
C.
Silence.
It's
Dolls,
definitely Dead
D.
Silence.
Dead Silence.
Was that James Wan?
Dead silence.
And
That's
lay
correct
one
for
out?
points.
1
Smart.
point for
After Saw.
Shirewolves, Ken. Interesting
It has,
to note is that now
Dyson
they have the
Stackhouse
lead
in
again,
it.
and the team retains their challenge because
No,
it
no,
was
it's really-
successful the first time.
Unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure that was James Wan that directed it.
It was.
Question 4. Who plays the Queen Vampire San Tanico in From Dusk Till Dawn?
That's Salma Hayek.
Salma.
Yeah, Selma.
Yes,
Salma Hayek.
That's correct for 2 more
They
points.
said it together. That's the
Job,
kind of
girls.
unison you can't coach. That just happens with experience.
All right.
Or coaching, probably.
5th question out of 6. In The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, the abandoned cabin that Ash and his friends visit is located in what state?
Damn it!
Montana.
No. Pennsylvania?
I think it's Vermont.
Wyoming.
Delaware.
Just throwing a random
I
state.
feel like it's in the central.
Tennessee.
That's correct for 2
Oh,
points.
shit.
Wow.
Interesting.
You know, Clark Wolf anchoring
Really?
the team
Down
when it
there?
comes to horror, but
Crazy.
Rachel
I always
Christian
thought it was
knows
I thought it
the
higher,
yeah.
overall movie
Oh, the
knowledge
north,
as
too.
well.
Go.
Yeah.
Final question.
That
Final
was always in
question.
the Northeast.
Who starred as Father Philip Lamont in Exorcist II, The Heretic?
My God, I can't remember his name. I knew.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
George C. Scott, B. Gregory Peck,
Gregory
C.
Peck.
Richard Burton, D. Max von Sydow.
Richard Burton.
That's correct for a
Oh,
point.
Damn! Good job, girls.
Shirewolves maneuvering that round very well, using their challenge. It ended up being successful. We close out their round with Exorcist 2, arguably the best movie in that franchise. They have a 7-point lead going into round 3, and this is where the championship matches get fun, Ken, because we have what is known as the betting round.
Gamble responsibly.
Here we go.
Thor.
Man. Mark Wolf has been rocking the bar classes, you know, and they pay off with wheel. I don't know if wheel spinning is a thing in bar classes, but certainly. Good shoulder. That's right. Mark Wolf, classy as all.
Of course, man. Clark and that horse.
This is some good spinning. Hey, kids at home, take bar classes. It's going to help you in selecting movie trivia categories. They picked horror.
She's
so
figuring it
now
out mathematically
teams are
how
going
many
to
they can
confer.
lose.
And I'll
and
remind
yet
y'all, this is
still
a team exercise. This is not individual.
depending
so
on
it's one
what
answer
they
provided
miss.
by
I say
each
2.
team, one wagering.
They're probably going to do two.
And now for the question.
Yeah,
In the world of horror movies, this could be worth as many as 3 points. This could be worth as many as 0. However many points you wager, you could lose them. What film numerically in the Friday the 13th series sees Jason take Manhattan? Like the Muppets did so long ago.
Oh, that's one of
I'm re-guessing again, and I'm going to screw myself by doing it. I know it.
We're going to have to put the clock on at 5.
Okay. I think I got it.
3, 2,
I think it's 7.
1. Pens down. We need an answer first. Sick in the head. How many points did you wager?
1.
You make.
We said 9.
Okay.
No.
And Shirewolves, how many
Jason
points
goes
did you wager?
ahead.
We wagered 2 and we said 8.
Okay, so
2 points are going to the
Son of a-
Shirewolves.
I had 8.
And 1 point is
Oh,
going to
one
be
way.
taken away
I had
from
8.
Sick in the head. And
There's
just like
too
that,
many
the
of those
betting round
movies.
rears its ugly head to 2 scrappy
'Cause I just remember
underdogs
seeing
who
the
are
V and
trying
the
to take
slashes
belt.
and-
It is all
Yeah,
of a sudden
I just remember. It's
I thought 8 was
Damn
the
you,
favor
Roman
of-
numerals.
Is Jason goes to space, Jason goes to hell,
everybody
and then
watching, all
Jason
you
takes
reactors out there who we love
I
so
thought there was
much.
some before
You guys
that.
know what
So
round
that-
4
and that's why I was like, wait,
it
was
is
it before
time
it?
for
Yeah.
the speed round. Why do we love the speed round, Ken?
Oh, that's 10, I guess.
because it's
Jason
real
goes
fast.
to
Mark.
space is 10.
Buzzers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got buzzers that we
Jason
provide
X.
on
That's
the
about the
table.
Leprechaun franchise. I know
That's right,
that
Ken.
one.
I said
I'm a
buzzers,
leprechaun.
and they are on the
There's
table
me,
now,
Paco.
along with the competitors. And there's
Leprechaun
some
in the
belts
hood.
that the Shirewolves are
Twice.
ever so close to having.
Yeah,
but the
and
speed
he went to
round
the
is the
hood,
same
to
thing.
space, then back to the
In a
hood.
hurry, here's how it works. Each team
I've only
and
seen
each
the first.
competitor is going to
The
hear
first time
a
he goes to the
question.
hood.
It's
You
worth
need to
1
watch
point.
In Space.
As soon as you think you know the right answer,
I've
use
only
that
seen the
buzzer
first Back to the
buzz
Hood and the
in.
first
The question is then for
Leprechaun.
you
And the remake
you
with
alone. As soon as
Hornswoggle
I say
from the
your
WWE.
name, you have 2 seconds
Not
at the
good.
most to answer the question
Not
correctly.
worth
You can't get to that
They
time
just- they
frame
made him like
where
a
you get the
monster.
correct
He didn't
answer.
look like a
Your team's
leprechaun or
gonna lose
anything.
a
He was
point.
just like a
So
beast
beware,
in
you
a
buzz
blob.
in and you have a brain fart, your
He
team
looked like those
is going
things
to
in,
lose
The
a
Descent.
point. Ken Knapsack
Hey.
will be asking the questions as soon as you think you know it. You do not have to wait for him to finish the question.
You think
You
you know,
guys
but you
can
have
buzz
no idea.
in. All right, Ken.
Oh,
at your
Rachel
ready.
standing?
First question.
Well, Bibiani method.
Uh-huh.
Name the movie from the tagline. 1 dream, 4 Jamaicans, 20.
Cool
Cool
Runnings.
Runnings.
1 point. All right, and that's how the speed round works.
Look at that focus.
Question 2. Who plays Tom Hanks' love interest in You've Got Mail?
Meg Ryan.
That is Brian.
Meg Ryan.
1
Good
point.
job.
We're sick in the head. Back to a 10-point game.
Name the film franchise that has the following characters. Livingston Dell, Sal Bloom, Ruben Tishkoff.
Ocean's 11.
Rachel.
Ocean's 11.
Correct.
Good job, Rachel.
1 point for the Shirewolves. Back to
chance.
11 points.
Who directed the original Point Break?
Catherine Bigelow.
Yep.
That is Brian.
Catherine Bigelow.
Yes, sir.
That's correct. Final question.
I like that it's
Yeah.
In
even
Say
out.
Anything, John Cusack holds up what out?
That is
Boombox.
Clark.
A boombox.
That is correct.
Okay. That scared me. I thought it was going to end
your
up.
winners.
What?
What?
Bad news.
Oh, was that a reach?
Trivia Schmoedown Team Champions of the World.
Is that it?
That's it?
By way of knockout, the Shirewolves.
Dang!
I was
Just like that.
I have my eyes closed. I wasn't paying attention.
This is just such an emotional moment right now for the fight.
Holy crap.
This is
Just
these
like
are the
that.
first women to
got my
to hold up
contact
the
is
movie
like-
tribute Schmoedown belt.
When she got so excited, her eyes
it's just
jumped
such a
out.
great moment. It could not have happened to two nicer individuals. I will say this: the Shirewolves got a really nice test today from Sick in the Head. Brian, who's never been under the white-hot spotlight of the movie trivia Schmoedown before. He's got a storied resume when it comes to movie trivia. He lived up to that promise, and Brienne played very well. They just didn't have what it took to get the belt from the Shirewolves. It felt like destiny served the Wolves here today.
Hey, look, I for one hope Sick in the Head comes back.
Yep.
There was definitely some chemistry there. Brian stepping in the first time, that takes a lot to jump in this house, but look at what we have. New champions, Rachel, Clark, Emma, Mark Andrecko in their corner. This is history in the making here for the movie trivia Schmoedown, and I couldn't be happier for all the today.
This is a great moment in the history of the movie trivia
Yeah,
Schmoedown,
they're gonna have
and
new
now we're
shirts
going to
that'll say
toss it to our
championship,
own
and I'll be the
Jen
first one to buy
Sturger,
one.
who's going to have an interview with
Like
both
every
the winning
shirt
team
Vanessa's
and
bought in
the
like
losing
the last
team. Jen, it's all yours.
6 months has been
That's right, movie trivia
Shirewolves
Schmoedown
related
fans.
or
Jen
Clark
Sturger
Wolf
here with
related,
your
essentially.
new
Yes.
team champions, the
'cause I have
Shirewolves.
the
Rachel Cushing,
Wolves
Clark
as
Wolf,
well.
the rest of the Fife Club. Holy shit, this is amazing. How are you guys feeling right now?
My heart is beating so fast. I wasn't doing the math. So
Yeah,
I just
no.
didn't understand.
I wasn't watching.
I was, paying
I wanted it,
attention.
but I guess I didn't know I wanted it this much. I don't know. I'm like over the moon, and I'm so proud of Clark and I. And yeah, anyway.
Yes.
You're tearing up.
I'm so it's both probably. I'm so happy. I'm so excited, and I feel like, I just feel like we played a really good game today. Like we played a really good game, and I'm super proud of what we were able to accomplish.
What juju do you have on that wheel to keep spinning horror?
I don't know. I really, yes, absolutely. I don't know. That was luck, but I'll say this, and I've said it before. Spinning what you think is your strength is not always a sure thing. I've had that backfire on me several times. But I also felt like, I felt like we could keep it in multiple choice if nothing else. So maybe we wouldn't have run the board, but at least we could have kept those points from going elsewhere. And that was the idea behind that.
Absolutely.
It's that part where you're like, this is a strength, but then there's more pressure on you to
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
well
Ultimately,
in
I
that
think
category.
what it comes down to today is something that we've been talking about, is that both Clark and Rachel played an absolutely incredible game today. If you want to see a textbook perfect example of how to write a screenplay, watch Back to the Future. If you want to see a textbook perfect example of how to play in the Schmoedown, watch today's match. Clark and Rachel, they know the game. They've been in it for so long. They've worked so hard. They absolutely deserve these belts. And it has absolutely everything to do with the fact that they are incredibly skilled when it comes to movie trivia, but they played a good game.
The thing that was great about it was they listened to each other, and there was strategy involved, because the smartest person in the world, if you don't know how to play the game, knowledge isn't everything, and the way they listened to each other and the way that Clark, especially knowing horror movies are her strengths, when she wasn't 100% sure, she went with the multiple choice, and when she heard it, she knew. That's smart gamesmanship, because 1 point, 2 points can change this game on a dime. And like Emma said, this should be a how-to video for how to play this game. I am so impressed by just the teamwork and the way they played. It's just, I'm going to watch this to study it. It was amazing.
Draco was saying, 1 point making all of the difference. I mean, going into that speed round, there was a 10-point deficit. So as long as Rachel and Clark came out of that round 1 point ahead, there was no way that the other team could catch up to them. And again, Sick in the Head played really well, but ultimately I was watching that match with bated breath, just knowing they just needed to score 1 point up from where they were and be 11 points in the lead, and then they would take it.
Yeah, and I just want to say to Sick in the Head, to Brienne, who is, a phenomenal player, and what she did at the free-for-all is amazing. And coming into today, they had the intimidating factor. They had the unknown. And I have to say to Brian, welcome to the league. I hope he keeps playing. He played amazingly for his first time. This is not easy. People who play from their couches and yell at us for getting questions wrong. I'm sorry.
We don't
You're
yell,
not under the
but we
cameras and the lights. And he stepped in, and he stepped up. And we were honored to play them.
When
and
we
hope
played
they come
against
back.
critically
But
acclaimed,
I
Rachel
just
was
wanna
sitting
give
right in front of
them
us
for
on a
playing
couch.
and doing as well as they did.
Yeah,
It
Now,
sucked.
I will
this
gladly
means
put
you
my
guys
mouth
are
on
splitting up,
this
obviously, for
very
anarchy.
soon.
Boom. Sorry, Andrew Guy. Not sorry at all.
That is good for them, though.
Yes, they absolutely deserve it.
Well, congratulations again. Are there people that you guys are looking to face, looking at these teams?
I don't know about that. I think I want to just sit with the belt for a minute. But I do want to say really fast one thing, because he's actually not here. I want to say thank you to Christian Harloff. because Christian from the beginning has been a mentor, and I know some people out there give him a hard time. Oh, you know, we always say that if the game was rigged, I would have had a belt a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I really
That's
mean
true,
that he's
actually.
like been the Mickey to my Rocky Balboa, and I'm not inflating my own ego. I'm just saying, like, he has been so supportive. He puts this whole thing. Well, that is our commissioner, but you know, Christian. This is Christian's baby, and I this means so much to me. This means a lot to be the first woman to hold a belt. Like it means, or to win a championship. Like, it really does, because we see it all the time. Like, you know, oh, there should be a women's league. There's no women's league. Yeah. There's no women's
The
league.
WFTS.
We're in the league, and we're the winners right now. And
we earned it. We played so many matches in our singles career and our career together. We said from the beginning we didn't want handouts. We didn't get any handouts. We fucking earned this. And we're really, really, really proud. And I worked with Clark on the whole thing.
Do you know how many times Clark Wolf has had a title shot? I'm just shocked. I just heard Rachel curse.
There you go. Oh.
Anyways, congratulations again, ladies.
Not
Well
since,
on camera.
Not since I could turn heel over this bullshit. We heard Rachel curse that by
Sick in the head, Brienne, Brian. That was a hell of a match to come out to your first time playing together. You got to be feeling pretty good still about your chemistry, despite the outcome not being what you wanted, obviously.
Yeah, I think we work well together. I mean, we did a podcast together. I was on his podcast for 7 years.
Indeed.
As a regular segment. So I know his strengths, and I knew once we spun dance that was going to work for me, but not necessarily for him. And I
wasn't
thought,
going to be much help at that point.
Probably better to spin again.
Is that why you spun away from dance? I think we were all
It makes sense. You wanted
shocked
something
that you
that
spun
you
away
both
from
can
dance.
kind of-
Just because it's
Yeah,
such
you
a
wanna,
strength
put
of
your
yours.
minds
Do you
together
regret doing
and
that?
look one
I
person.
don't regret doing that, just because I
One
wanted
person
this to be about the
Yeah.
team and not about me. So that's why I felt I knew there were plenty
Although
of other
me and Mike
categories
roll
that,
something that
that
one
I
of
know
us were
something
strong
in,
in, I'm gonna say we're
and
taking
I know
it.
that Brian is much stronger in. So that's
Always
why I
stick
felt,
with
you
the
know
first.
what, let's
Yeah.
go with something else.
Brian, how was your first experience
Like we
playing? Were
said
the lights out
before
there
we
a
came
little
out, if it's something
intimidating?
You're a little bit strong
obviously,
at,
you guys maybe
keep
had
it.
practiced together or worked on it, and you can rehearse all you want, but
Did you get
being
Western
out
that
there
match?
is completely
We did, and
different.
we did
Yeah,
pretty
once
damn
you're in
well.
it,
We did
once you're in
that.
the moment,
That's because
it,
we,
you know,
like-
it
we got
goes,
lucky.
and you're like, oh, I guess we're doing
We got
this.
ones that we
in that respect, it was
sort
like,
of
oh,
knew.
all of a
Except
sudden
for
your
Jack
is real. Here we are.
Palance,
It was exactly as
which
expected.
threw me
Brian
off.
set me
Had
up
he
very
said
well
Palance, I
to,
would have done it.
But they
to
said
prepare for
Silverado.
this
Well, I mean,
and
had
to
he
be
said
ready for what comes.
Palance, and he
we
said
got
Palance,
unlucky,
I would have
unfortunately,
gotten it
a
if
couple
he
of
said
spins.
Palance. But I just wasn't thinking because I don't
and
get
then
to
it came
see
up
it.
for us on the.
It was his
the
pronunciation
betting
that threw
round,
me
right?
off.
And this doesn't work in our favor,
Yeah.
but they
What if
are
that's
great
Jack
competitors.
Palance?
and
Yeah, see, I didn't
play the
think
hell
of
of it.
that.
I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I think they missed combined something like
That's because
one
you're
or
in the
two
heat of the
questions. I mean,
moment.
there was an incredible
the lights beaming
round
down
for,
on you.
for an entire game, actually.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully you'll come back and play with us some more. We absolutely enjoyed having you here. Thanks again, guys, for coming out today and for putting on a hell of a performance for your first time playing together. And I hope we see you guys back together soon,
Thank
as
you.
soon as this anarchy business is over.
Thanks for having us. Me, anyway.
All right, well, you see
Brian.
there, Ken.
Brian's
I mean,
cool.
that is just some real emotional
Very
stuff
laid
right
back.
now. If you look at how happy the Shirewolves are, they've wanted these belts for so long, and it's one of those things, to my eyes anyway, where you want it and you're focused on getting it, and once you get it, you're not prepared for how it's going to feel once you finally have it. They're starting to feel just the weight of those belts from an emotional standpoint.
Look, I could say this.
Rachel
I
deserved
am
it. Say
the
it.
rear view mirror of Rachel and her career. Look at where she has gone. Look where
Oh,
Clark
you're
has
talking to me?
gone.
No,
Look
you're
where
talking to Ken.
Emma has led them. Mark, part of this team. You got to give it up for the Fife Club
And
making
Rich,
history
or
today, and the
Clark.
Shirewolves coming in here and just putting a stamp on this champion.
But I don't think Sick in the Head is done by any stretch of the imagination. I think Brian and Brian have real chemistry. You want to call them the Bald and the Beautiful, or you want to call them whatever you want to call them. You can call them two damn good movie trivia competitors.
Absolutely. Maybe Brian's got that taste for blood, and Brienne getting so close. Maybe she can come back. Maybe this will be a feud, a battle down the line. You never know. But we saw some history here today.
That's right. Well, that is Ken Knapsack. You can check him out on the Afternoons podcast with Josh Bakuga and Ken Knapsack. You can also catch me at your local sports card den, opening packs of 1987 tops. I am merely Mark Ellison. You guys can check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon at any time. Support the show, select which tier is right for you, and maybe we'll say your name on a future telecast. Also, check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast on iTunes and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Once again, for Ken Knapsack and Christian Harloff, I am Mark Ellis. We have our first female competitors holding movie trivia Schmoedown belts. It's about damn time.
Hooray.
Woo!
Crazy. The Shirewolves literally ran away with the victory.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, there was just a point where there was no stopping them. And they did a hell of a job distributing the knowledge when it came to the questions. I mean, they dominated in that horror category. And that's the thing, is if you know it a little, take the category.
And I think what the key is too, like, even though you know for sure the answer, I feel like this is kind of what we do too. We kind of look at each other and then we say it and then we're like, okay, instead of just...
Which we didn't do when we faced Wolves of Steel.
Which we should have.
Because we were just at a loss of every question, so they were just guesses.
But being
from there on
like
out.
being firsthand and playing against Clark as well too, she knows her stuff, and so does Rachel. So I'm really, really proud of them and the fact that they were able to get this belt. I kind of hoped and wished that maybe they could have gone a little bit farther in the game, so it would have been like a nail biter.
Right.
But I'm really, really happy that they were able to get the belts.
Impressive. Most impressive. Did you take notes, Mr. Forming a New Team with Mike Kalinowski?
Yeah.
Like they said, this is the format. This is the one you should watch to show you how it should be done.
Yeah, I took notes.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I feel confident. I feel ready to just go in and make my debut.
And you made mention too, it's like if one of you guys is really strong at the categories on the wheel, you would absolutely take it because the other person can assist. I mean, there were questions, even though it's horror, like I'm sure Rachel knew. Yeah, Rachel knew.
Yeah, no, she was throwing down her knowledge, and that's what you want. You know, I mean, you have someone who's like super strong and someone who is I guess middle of the road for Rachel, and yeah, together that's a really deadly combination.
Because even though it's a horror category, it may be something that would stick out, like Salma Hayek and Dusk Till Dawn. Like, there are things that you can pull, but if it's who directed Cabin Fever, that's more of a Clark Wolf thing. So, I mean, it does really help with at least one of you, and I really wish that Brienne would have stayed with dance movies, because even though it's dance movies, which is daunting for somebody like Bald Brian, was that it he was going by? Yeah. And me, where dance movies, shit, like I'd see it land on there.
Center stage.
But there are dance movies that I have seen and that I would know. And so, like, there are things that I could possibly bring to that category.
But she brought up a good point to the fact where it's like, she knew that her teammate didn't have a whole lot of knowledge in dance, and sometimes even when you do take something that is a strong suit and you're sitting there and you're getting these questions, your mind can go blank, and if your partner doesn't really know a whole lot, then there's nothing you can do, and you're kind of just like, I know this question, but... So I can understand why Brienne spun away, so that way they can get something that at least they could both talk it out and be like, okay, this is who it is.
But at the same time, it was more of that desire, or not desire, it was that gamble of the unknown that I'm wishful, I'm hoping that I land on something that I possibly both of us know. That was more tempting than working through something that one of you is 100% confident on. That's what happened with us in Team Action, where we landed on action. We know action movies, but at the same time, you're facing the guys named Team Action, so the first thing that pops in your head is, oh, these guys could end up taking a lot of years if you don't know it. Well, we know it a little. Let's see what else we can get. And then it just ended up focusing more towards what else could we get, and we landed on Westerns, which was terrifying when we did it, to the point where we could have shut down at that point because shit, it's Westerns, but they happened to be mostly ones that we knew. So I feel like, yes, had they gone with dance movies and she been the one spearheading it at that point, they could have walked away with more points, although they hit directors and they did far better at directors than we would have done in there, because I had no damn clue majority of those directors' questions. So it did work out to where they were evenly matched in the directors category. But I'm so damn curious to see the alternate universe of what happened if she kept dance movies.
Yeah, just get the Rick and Morty portal gun, just go into that universe.
Yeah, because I want to see, like, what if she was like 2, 2, 2, 2, like across the board, like when we played Critically Acclaimed and we hit comedies. There are a lot of comedies I'm not really strong with. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Summer Rental, Summer School. Like, there's all these different comedies that are like, shit, if it lands on it, I don't know him, but it was 2-2 the whole way through, and look what happened. We ended up dominating it at the end. We won.
It'd be a completely different like universe if they actually went with dancing. I'd be curious to see.
Right?
I'd be curious to see how many step-up questions they get throughout the entirety of the round.
But that's what I'm dealing with right now. It's like, you should have stuck with the first, that Andrew Guy, because look, Guy's killing it right now too. So there are these different ways, but at the same time, we wanted Shirewolves to win because of what past we have with them as well, what past we have with Clark Wolf. And it's like, they deserve the belts, and they came together, and we wanted them to come together before it was even, hinted at that they would come together. It's like, these two need to be on a team, and they're here, and now they have the gold, and they deserve the gold. And Brianne Chandler absolutely needs to come back with her partner, because that dude, I'm sure, knows his stuff, and they have chemistry. And she wasn't just, added to another member of the Schmoedown like Kalinowski. I love how we seem to get a trajectory of what we were getting at the end of last year, and 6, 7, 8 months later, it's completely different where we are right now. And we got this guy paired up with Kalinowski instead, so...
I applaud him, too, for coming into a championship match, not really knowing the format and everything, and they did pretty well for his first time being with Brianne, so good on both of them, because having you just being thrown to the wolves...
No pun intended.
Pardon the pun. But yeah. And each of them got buzzer questions, too. It wasn't just, one of them that kept doing it over and over. I love seeing how it was, dispersed with the buzzers. They were all scoring, and that's why we just got so wrapped up in, oh, shit, they won.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah, I didn't even realize when it says in the winner, and then I looked at the score, and I was like, oh, dang.
And that's what happened with the Iron Man match with the Patriots, too, where I wasn't looking at the score or the time. I wasn't paying attention to any of that. And then it was I looked down, and there's 10 seconds left. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's over. They won. There's no way they could catch up from here. So, yeah, sometimes you just get so entranced, and it catches you off guard. But I'm happy to see that the Shirewolves have walked away with the W. I'm glad that we got a different spin on the belt, the free-for-all winner cashing in the belt.
Instead of going for the singles.
Because before it was I'm here to play you at the end of your match. This was she announced it, but there was still a surprise as to who is coming with her. Right. And they revealed that in this match, which I thought was a cool way to kind of change it up from last year's free-for-all. So either way, we've got the live event coming soon, September 8th.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, days are all crazy for me. And then, we're going to have Chance there. Vanessa and myself are going to be there. Tim and Ashley are going to be there. I don't know if Ali and Dan, I'm sure they're probably going to. I don't know if Taylor's going, but there's going to be a whole gaggle of Arizonans there for the live event. So if you see us, come up, say hi, because we will be sitting in the crowd. We paid for our tickets.
Yes.
And we will be in the crowd as well, watching it all go down. We will also be at Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios on October 5th. October 5th. 10/5. We will be at Hollywood Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights?
Halloween Horror Nights.
I never know. In Hollywood at Universal Studios, and then on the 6th we're going to be at Not Scary Farm as well. So if you're in those areas, join us, because get your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be vlogging the whole adventure and have videos for that trip. So either way, Chance, thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me.
For the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Where you at?
What the fine people can find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChanceWars_91. Full Metal Media, it's a YouTube channel I work on a lot. You can follow my personal YouTube channel, Chance the Critic on YouTube, and check out my podcast, Notorious by Chance, wherever podcasts are found. Our episode on Jack and Jill, which put me in a lot of pain, just went up yesterday, and our episode on Princess Bride, a good movie for once, is going up either today or tomorrow.
And you can find all his information down in the description of this video. Also, kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. You can also like and subscribe
to the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints. And you can also check out our Spreadshirt shop available in the description of this video and the comments down below. Check out some of our wares. Brian Ward, Janine, they've got some graphics in there too. So thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over. Bye.